Hey everyone, welcome to another Anime Kingdom First Impressions. As you see by title below, yes, this is on episode 1 of Isekai wa Smartphone to Tomo ni, otherwise known as In Another World with My Smartphone. Honestly, I thought the episode was okay. It wasn't anything special, but I still enjoyed it, honestly. But I do get why when I did go ahead and check the forums on my anime list, it was a little I was kind of surprised, but kind of not. But I was surprised the fact that there was so much hate on this anime. Sure, I get that it is generic. I do get that. We've seen this, genre, this kind of, anime a billion times already, with pretty much where you're in one, in the modern world, and you get brought into, of course, a fantasy world. We've seen it with, two good popular examples. Konosuba, if you want to go the comedy route, Konosuba, completely hilarious. I love that anime. If you want more serious, just heart-wrenching, just holy shit, you need to watch it if you haven't already. I'm telling you now, go and watch it. Re:Zero, such an amazing anime in my opinion, at least. And those are two huge animes when it comes to when you're brought from our main characters, pretty much brought from the main, our modern kind of world, and brought into this fantasy world, obviously for different reasons and everything. But still, we've seen that in both those animes and in several other animes besides that as well. That is why I understand why people are full on like, dude, this is so generic, and just kind of harping on it a lot. And another reason why I can see why a lot of people probably don't like it is the fact of our main character. He's just so freaking OP. Unlike Konosuba, our main character in this anime, Toya, he pretty much comes in, not, he's physically already a god, practically, it seems like, thanks to God, of course, himself ends up giving him, like, I guess the ability. He was so fast, and he's able to look at everyone like it's so slow motion, able to beat two thugs down pretty damn easily. And then, of course, also never been trained before, but is able to pick up a katana and able to cut down these wolves like they're nothing. And this is his first time fighting at all, period. Obviously, he's from our modern kind of world. He's a 15-year-old, probably a student and everything. So he's probably has not had any combat, training or of sorts like that. So obviously, he's already physically OP. Secondly, magic, OP as, like, he's super OP when it comes to that. As we saw with the sisters, they pretty much explained the fact that normally it's rare already to be, able to use 3 magic. He's able to use all 6 plus no magic. Okay, I knew that, God said he was gonna give him, make him stronger and everything as well when he goes into this world, but he's literally making him OP. No one's ever, heard of a person that's able to use all 6 magics, including no magic as well. So pretty much he's 1, physically OP, 2, he's magically OP, and 3, he has a smartphone, to which you're gonna be wondering, like, what? Why is that even put in here? Well, that makes him OP for the fact that, sure, he can't contact people from his old world, but the thing, which I do find it pretty interesting to see how this dynamic will work later on in future episodes, but pretty much the whole thing with his smartphone is he could still get news and everything from his current news and everything from the real world. So it's pretty much acts as like your normal phone, just the fact that you cannot call people there. He can still call God, which may even make him more OP, because he may be able to ask God for other kind of things that he wants, or answers to a certain question that he has, which, like I said, that I guess that's 4, he's OP, he's able to contact God. But his phone is literally, he has the answer to everything in the world. He has everything from his world, all that information at the tip of his finger. That's why, phones are freaking amazing, honestly. But when it comes to this world, where in most fantasy worlds, it's in like a medieval kind of, era kind of time, so they don't really, have a lot when it comes to technology. But obviously, all in one, in his smartphone, he has the answer to everything. He was able to, at the very end of this episode, go ahead and make ice cream, something they have not seen before, which, I mean, if he really wanted to, he could probably create his own empire and have like technology that none of them would have, and it would even be able to beat out magic or something like that, actually, honestly. So that's pretty damn crazy. And even if you wanted to think lower on the list besides just taking over the world, I guess, he'd still be able to like maybe create his own food business of different food that no one has ever seen, like monopolize ice cream, for example, and there he is, rich. So yeah, this character is super OP, so I definitely understand why people would be turned off by this character, by Toya, because I mean, this isn't a lot of animes where the main character is so OP and people just hate that, and me included a lot of the times, because it seems like the character just cannot be beaten. It's like, it kind of ruins the surprise, because one moment you're like, oh, you know, it is no surprise to the fact that he could be defeated. No, he's just super OP, and this character is kind of the definition of OP when it comes to pretty much every category. But I don't know, I still enjoy the episode. I know a lot of people are saying, you know, it's generic, and yeah, it's nothing special, but for like these generic kind of things, it's generic for a reason, because a lot of these kind of animes, you know, happen because a lot of people like this kind of genre, me included. Sure, it's nothing special, but I still love the, you know, animes where they go, you know, transported into a fantasy kind of world. I mean, honestly, that's something that I think would be pretty damn awesome if I was able to do that. Not ReZero though, obviously. But yeah, I would love to be transported into a fantasy world. That would be so awesome. Sure, I wouldn't want to die like the way our character here did, where God pretty much just accidentally dropped lightning on him. But overall, it was still a really good episode. I still enjoyed it for what it was. It wasn't anything special, but I still love that fantasy concept. I still think it's pretty cool that of him using his smartphone. Sure, it's kind of weird in a way, but it's something new, and it makes it kind of different from all the other ones that we already watched. And I'm excited to see how the rest of the season goes. Even I don't have like super high expectations for this anime, but it's just one of those animes that I still get a kick out of. I still will enjoy when I do watch it. So I'm going to continue to watch it, even if people hate on it, you know, a lot in the forums. But yeah, that's all I really got to say, guys. Hope you enjoyed this Anime Kingdom First Impressions. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Is there anything I missed and you want to talk about, comment below as well. And if you did enjoy it, leave a like. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe for more content. And as always, guys, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. How did you feel about this episode? Do you feel the same way as a lot of people and hate this anime? Or do you feel the same way as me and you still did enjoy it, even if it was kind of generic, honestly? But yeah, I want to hear your guys' thoughts. So until next time, guys, see ya.